Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news in what could be one of the most explosive and surprising trade rumors of the season. The Seattle Seahawks are reportedly eyeing a major move that could reshape their offense and potentially give them a serious edge in the NFC. The buzz is swirling around the possibility of acquiring Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions, a player who's been making waves and could be the missing piece for Seattle's offensive puzzle. If this trade were to happen, it would be a blockbuster move that not only boosts the Seahawks' receiving core, but also signals a shift in how they're approaching their roster building this season. Right now, the Lions are sitting comfortably at 11-4, and it looks like they're weighing their options at receiver, especially with a surplus of talent and a cap situation that's forcing them to make tough decisions. With Jared Goff playing at an elite level, sporting a QBR of 91.2, and St. Brown being a consistent target, Detroit might be open to trading him for some valuable draft picks, specifically a first-round and third-round pick. The Lions are clearly flirting with the idea of focusing on youth and building for the future, especially after their midseason flirtation with Shahid-like speed and explosiveness. They're likely considering trading St. Brown to free up cap space, which currently sits at around $27 million, and also to get some fresh young talent into their pipeline. This potential deal could be seismic for the Seahawks, who are currently fighting for playoff positioning at 8-7. Adding a player like St. Brown to their already talented mix would be a game-changer. Think about it. He's a slot maestro, and his stats in 2025 are eye-popping. He's hauled in 98 receptions for 194 yards and 11 touchdowns. That's an average of 2 yards per catch, and he's proven to be a reliable YAC yards after catch threat, with 2 yards per reception according to PFF. His overall grade sits at 89.7, and he's shown to be a clutch player with a plus 0.31 EPA per target and a contested catch rate of 55%. That's elite production in the slot, something the Seahawks desperately need to complement DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and the emerging JSN. Looking at his career, St. Brown has amassed over 850 yards and 45 touchdowns, proving he can be a reliable and explosive weapon across multiple seasons. His injury history includes a hamstring issue in Week 5 of 2025, which caused him to miss 2 games, but he's shown resilience and a knack for elevating his offense when healthy. When the Eagles traded for him in 2022, his presence immediately boosted their aerial attack by over 160 yards per game, a testament to his impact. Now, imagine what he could do in Seattle, where the scheme and quarterback play are primed for explosive success. For the Seahawks, acquiring St. Brown would likely accelerate their offensive development, especially in the short and intermediate passing game. Geno Smith's QBR could skyrocket into the high 90s, and the added yards after the catch would elevate their passing offense to a top 12 level, averaging around 250 passing yards per game. His ability to gain an extra 1 yards per route run and explode for big plays after the catch would make Seattle's offense even more dynamic. Plus, the team's overall yards after reception could jump by around 21%, maximizing every passing play and creating more scoring opportunities. From a strategic standpoint, St. Brown could become the Seahawks' red zone X-factor, especially in high-pressure playoff moments. He's shown a knack for breaking zones and making clutch catches, including 4 touchdowns in the postseason after 2024. His ability to make contested catches and his precise route running could help Seattle convert more red zone opportunities, turning drives into touchdowns when it counts most. The legacy he could leave in Seattle is one of an elite aerial attack, complementing DK Metcalf's physicality and JSN's emerging talent, creating a truly versatile and dangerous receiving core. The odds of this trade happening are still uncertain, but they've shifted significantly. From initial skepticism to a more realistic possibility, the idea of St. Brown donning Seahawks colors is now gaining traction among insiders and fans alike. If the trade goes through before the deadline on November 4th, It could serve as a catalyst for a deep playoff run. The Seahawks, who are just outside the top-tier contenders, could see their Super Bowl odds jump dramatically, from roughly +500 to as low as +800, if they secure a receiver of St. Brown's caliber. His presence in the red zone and during clutch moments would add a new dimension to Seattle's offense, making them even more unpredictable and dangerous against top defenses. Of course, such a move isn't just about the short-term impact. It's about setting a tone for what the Seahawks want to be in the coming years. With Geno Smith at quarterback and a talented core of young players, Seattle's front office seems poised to make a bold statement, and acquiring a player like St. Brown would send a clear message: they're all in on winning now. His ability to elevate the entire offense, especially in critical third down and red zone situations, could be the difference maker in close games and playoff battles. As for the Lions, they're in a tricky spot. Losing St. Brown would undoubtedly hurt their offensive consistency, especially given how much he's contributed to Goff's success. Without him, they'd need to find other ways to generate offense, and that could open the door for NFC North rivals like the Packers or Vikings to step up. But Detroit's management might see the long-term benefit of trimming their cap and focusing on youth, especially if they can secure high draft picks that could be used to bolster their roster in other areas. For Seahawks fans, the excitement is palpable. We've seen how key additions can turn a team around. Think of the impact of players like DK Metcalf or JSN in recent seasons. Adding St. Brown would be a similar game changer, especially considering how much he elevates his quarterback and makes the entire offense more explosive. It's about creating an offense that's not just good but feared, one that can consistently move the ball and score against anyone. The clock is ticking, though. The trade deadline is approaching fast, and the Seahawks will need to act quickly if they want to make this move happen. The front office knows that making bold moves now could define the franchise's direction for years to come. The fans are already dreaming about the possibilities. Imagine a Seahawks offense with Geno Smith throwing to DK Metcalf, JSN, and a newly acquired Amon-Ra St. Brown, creating matchup nightmares for defenses. It's a vision that could push Seattle back into the elite conversation, especially in a loaded NFC where every edge counts. The importance of this potential trade goes beyond just boosting the roster. It sends a message. The Seahawks are serious about contending, about competing at the highest level, and about leaving a lasting legacy. With a roster that already features a talented core, adding someone like St. Brown could be the final piece needed to make a deep playoff push, perhaps even a Super Bowl appearance in the near future. Fans should stay tuned, because whether this trade materializes or not, the excitement around the Seahawks, offense, and their quest for greatness is only heating up. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news.